Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. I made a new friend last week. The guy's real conservative, but you know, when you make friends, political views are really not that important. What's important is that the guy has a real good heart. Real nice guy. So we were talking about the Fast and Furious scandal. And this was no doubt a major screw-up. And even though it started in the Bush administration, it continued in the Obama administration, so they should be held accountable. Now, he's a pretty smart guy, so I was surprised that he came out and said that he believed that the U.S. government was selling guns directly to the drug cartels. That's not at all what the scandal was about. What was happening was the ATF was trying to track sales from private citizens to these cartels. And they lost track of the guns at the border because they didn't coordinate with the Mexican authorities. And it was stupid, and heads should roll. Now there is even an even bigger scandal related to this that concerns gun laws in Arizona, straw purchases, corrupt politicians, and of course the gun show loophole. But the politicians aren't focusing on that one, and I'll leave that one for another day. What this video is about is facts, fantasy, information. So let's go back to the Iraq War, and I'll try to tie it all together later on. In the run-up to the Iraq War, the top people of the Bush administration were all over the country and all over the TV news talk shows lying their asses off about weapons of mass destruction. So I went online and checked. Now, you didn't even need to go online to check about Iraq's nuclear program. When they attempted to build a nuclear reactor, Israel blew it up before they were even finished building it. So that just wasn't happening. So all that talk about, ooh, the smoking gun could turn into a mushroom cloud was pure bullshit. As far as the biological and chemical weapons were concerned, that information was right out there, plain, easy to find. And it turned out the countries that supplied Iraq with their chemical and biological weapons were France and the good old USA. The last sale was made in 1988 when Iraq and Iran were at war. Given the very short shelf life that these types of weapons have, the idea that Iraq had anything useful by the time we were planning on going to war with them was absolutely ridiculous. The Bush administration had that information. They were lying, and they knew they were lying. Anything else, just, that's not the way it was. But Congress, all our congressmen, representatives and senators, they have staffers, they have aides. They didn't even bother to go out and find the information, to tell a staffer to go out and find the information that I found very easily. And the media never brought this information to light. You did not have to have ins with intelligence. You know, you didn't have to be a CIA agent to know this stuff. It was out there. And most of all, the American people. We just accepted what was fed to us for the most part. Nobody bothered just to go and check things. So where are we at now, as far as information? Well, there are several organizations that have sprung up whose mission is to simply fact check our politicians. This is a very good thing. And during the last election, the media made very good use of these people. They were frequent guests on the shows, and they would kind of disclose the dishonesty of both the Obama campaign and the Romney campaign. And so we do have organizations that are dedicated to getting the facts out there. And they're used pretty much by liberals and moderates. But conservatives, they don't. They're convinced that these organizations are biased, despite the fact that they often slam lefties, Democrats, moderates, whoever. This may be due to the fact that the Romney campaign simply told more and bigger lies than the Obama campaign did. And conservatives tend to think that anybody who corrects their misapprehensions is just biased. So they get their information from Fox News, Breitbart.com, The Drudge Report, and other right-wing bloggers who have been constantly caught lying. Both Rand Paul and Ted Cruz made complete asses of themselves by bringing to the Senate floor completely ridiculous rumors that had been made up by these right-wing bloggers. As senators, the standard for them should be higher. The fact that they did that shows that they are not really capable of doing their jobs. Naturally, they didn't bother to check their facts either. So, the facts are out there. And if you're willing to make an effort, there are very good independent sources. Plus, you can go to the biased sources and kind of read what they have to say and find the places where they both agree and get a good idea of where the actual facts are. Now let me say, MSNBC is an unabashed liberal propaganda station. But I have seen Rachel Maddow from time to time make a correction when she got something wrong and apologize for it. You'll never see that on Fox. When they get their facts wrong, it's on purpose. Thanks for listening.